Hello everyone, welcome to Gate Academy. So, we are talking about data types. In this lecture, we will continue the same, that is different types of data types. Okay. So, in this chapter, we are going to see what? Only about primitive data type. Only about primitive data type. Sir, in this category, we have integer. Sir. Integer data type. Integer data type. That means what type of data we can store? Numbers. Numbers without a decimal points like 1, 2, 20, -20, -100 and so on. That means numbers without a decimal point. So that is integer data type. In this category, within integer category, again we have various subclasses. For example, in integer category, the very first one, the first data type is short data type, or you can say short integer. Okay, sir. Then we have int. Then we have long int, and then we have long int. Sir, why so much subclassification? Because each of them have different memory requirement. Depending upon how large value you need to store or how small value you need to store, or I can say depending upon the range of value you are interested to store, you can choose appropriate data type. For example, if the values to be stored inside a variable is very small, then you can go for short data type. If it is a little bit large, then you can go for int data type. If it is much more, that means much larger than this range, then you can go for long int. Otherwise, you can go for long int. So depending upon the range of values you are interested to store inside a variable, you can choose appropriate data type. Why, sir? For example, if I say I have a variable name age, which is used to store the name of a candidate. I know one thing, that age cannot go beyond 150. Age cannot go beyond 150. Then, sir, it is a very small value. That means I must go for short int type. But if I need to store a large value, much large value or largest value in terms of C programming, then I should go for long int. So why this kind of classification? Because I already told you that a data type tells two things about a variable. The very first thing is how much space is allocated to a variable, and second thing, what are the values allowed to store inside that variable. So that means, sir, inside int data type, inside integer type, when I talk about integer type, we have short, there is a subclassification, then we have int, then we have long int or long, and then we have long int. Okay. Sir, what is the memory requirement for short? How much memory, how much bytes? Don't worry about bits and bytes. We will cover all of them in this video. Okay, sir. Sir, for example, sir, what is the memory requirement of short? 2 byte, 4 byte, 16 bit, 32 bit. What is the memory requirement? Sir, every programming language used to follow some standards. I hope everyone knows about standards, just like ISO 9001 and various standards. Sir, every programming language has some standard. Similarly, C language is also a programming language and it also has some standard. Sir, what do you mean by standard? Standard is a documentation about a programming language that tells What are the things allowed in the programming language? What are valid? What are valid in a programming language, or what is valid in a programming language and what is invalid in a programming language? What are different rules and all that? That means, sir, does C standard says anything about how much should be the width of a data type? No. C standards don't say anything about the width of a data type. That means no exact standard is there that how much is the width of short maximum. No, but it tells one thing, that what is the minimum size of a data type. For example, in typical implementation, the minimum width of short is 16-bit. The minimum width of int is 16-bit. Minimum is 32. Minimum is 32. So as per C standard, we cannot always say that int is always of 16-bit or 2-byte. It depends from compiler to compiler. So that is why don't always think that always int is of 2 bytes. No, it could be of 4 byte also. So it is as per standard, as per C standard. It does not tell anything about the maximum size of any data type. For example, we don't know anything about maximum size, but the minimum requirement on any compiler is 16-bit. So that means we will talk about it later on, but in this video we will talk about typical implementation on GCC, that is almost all compilers. Okay, sir. So what is the size, sir? 2 bytes. Minimum 2 bytes. Sir, minimum it is again of 2 bytes, but it could be of 4 bytes depending upon compiler to compiler. Sir, elongate, minimum is of 4 bytes, like this. We will cover that. Why? Because depending upon this, how much memory is allocated, the range of value may vary. Okay, sir. So this is about integers. Okay, sir. Sir. The second category is char data type or character data type, used to handle text type of data. Again, sir, it can hold one symbol. That means it can hold one symbol. The symbol could be capital A, the symbol could be @ the symbol could be hash, the symbol could be minus, the symbol could be plus. Character data type is used to hold one symbol. But internally it represents integers. We will see later. Okay, sir. Sir, then we have floating data type, floating point data type. And in this category, again we have a subclass float, double and long double. Again, depending upon the range of value. Okay. Sir, when we talk about floating point numbers, we need to talk about something called as precision. So, less precision, higher precision. Okay, sir. Sir, and other data type is void. But we don't use void with data types. We will discuss this void in function. So, as of now, integer, character and floating point. Sir, these are subclasses of integer. These are subclasses of floating point. Okay. Sir, again. Sir. Short. Again, short integer has two classes. Signed short or unsigned short integer. That means we have two classes or two subclasses. So, signed short integer, unsigned short integer. Similarly, for int, we have signed as well as unsigned. Same for long int, that is signed and unsigned. Same for long, signed and unsigned. Sir, what do you mean by signed? You know it very well. In mathematics, what do you mean by signed? That means it could be positive or negative. That means, sir, by default, if you write something like this, short int I. That means, sir, by default, if I ask you in mathematics, if I ask you what is this 11, is it positive or negative? Sir, if there is no sign, that means the number is positive. The number is positive. Okay. Sir, if we don't provide whether it is signed or unsigned, so by default, a number could be positive or negative both. That means by default, if you declare a variable like this, that means you don't specify whether it is signed or unsigned. What are the allowed values that goes inside A? So by default, every variable store positive value as well as negative value. That means if I say short integer, that means short integer can hold positive values as well as negative values. But what if I know that a variable is only allowed to or is supposed to take only positive value? For example, if we consider a variable named age or a variable which is counting something, then age cannot be negative. Sir, then it is better to declare this age variable as unsigned int. What do you mean by unsigned int? There is no sign. That means only positive values are allowed. That means, please try to understand this. Sir, the first thing is, if you write signed short int I, that means you are saying that I can hold positive integers as well as negative integers. Okay. What if you write unsigned short int I? That means you are saying I is only allowed to have positive integer value. Sir, if you don't specify whether it is signed or unsigned, so by default a number could be positive or negative. That means again this is as same as this. So these two are same. So by default, if you don't specify whether a variable is signed or unsigned, that means it can hold both positive and negative. That means by default every variable type is signed. That means, sir, short int I, again it can hold positive values as well as negative values. Okay. Similarly, int, signed, unsigned, long int, signed, unsigned, like that. Okay. Sir, character is used to hold symbol, but internally what it store is integer. So character as well as unsigned character. Again, there are two categories. We will talk about it later. Sir, you said integer. We will talk about it. Don't worry. Sir, similarly, we have float. Okay. That means, sir, this is the primitive data type category. Unsigned short integer. Signed short integer. Unsigned short integer. Signed integer. Unsigned integer, signed long int, unsigned long int, signed long int, unsigned long int. So this is a brief discussion about primitive data type. So let's move ahead, but you can take a screenshot or you can note down. Sir, let's move on and let's talk about, sir, if we talk about decimal number system, that is what we have studied from first standard till now. Sir, in mathematics, we used to write 123. Sir, what is this 123? Sir, it is a decimal number. It is a decimal number. Sir, what is the decimal number in which every number can be represented by using 10 symbols? What are those 10 symbols or 10 digits? 0 to 9. Okay. If I ask you how many digits are there? How many digits are there? How many digits are there? Sir, there are 3 digits in this number. There are 3 digits in this number. Okay. Every symbol in decimal number system is said to be a digit. Okay. Let me ask you one thing. Sir, we have a 2-digit number. Let us suppose I am giving you 2 digit. How many possible 2-digit numbers can be formed? How many possible 2-digit number can be formed in decimal number system? Sir. Here we could have anything from 0 to 9. Anything from 0 to 9. That means for the first digit I have 9 possibility. See, it is a question of permutation and combination. Again, for this we have again 9 possibilities. Am I right or not? Don't think, sir, 0 is not a number. Don't worry about that. Just try to understand the permutation and combination. That means what are different possibility for a 2-digit decimal number? Sir, total 10 possibility for first digit and 10 possibility for second digit. That means how many 2-digit number can be formed? Sir, 10 to the power 2. Okay. Again, if I ask you, we have a 3-digit number. How many 3-digit number can be formed? Don't worry about 000 or a number starting from 0. Don't worry. Just how many? We are talking about different possibilities. Okay. Sir, for first digit, we could have anything from 0 to 9. For second digit, we could have anything from 0 to 9. For third digit, we can have anything from 0 to 9. So, sir, 10 possibility here, 10 possibility here, 10 possibility here, and as they are independent of each other, 10 to the power 3 possibilities are there. Okay. Okay. This is about decimal number system. When we talk about computer, it only understands 0 and 1. That means only 2 symbols. 2, that is binary. So what computer understand is binary numbers or binary code or binary number system in which every number can be represented by only 2 symbols, 0 and 1. Okay. That means we will only talk about 0 and 1. Now, if I am saying this is 1 digit in binary number system. This is 1 digit in a binary number system. So, what it can hold? Sir, in decimal number system, a digit can be either 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means any one among them. That is why 10 possibilities are there. Okay. But since we are talking about binary numbers, so 1 digit, what it can hold? Sir, it can hold either 0 or 1. Can I say there are only 2 possibilities? Can I say there is only 2 possibilities? Yes, sir. Of course, yes. Okay. Let me talk about 2-digit binary number. 2 digit. There are 2 digits in binary number system. Sir, the first digit can hold either 0 or 1. Similarly, for second digit, we have again 2 possibilities, either 0 or 1. That means there are 2 possibilities here and there are 2 possibilities here. So what are the total possible values or combination we could have in a 2-digit binary number? Sir, 2 cross 2, that is 4, or 2 ki power 2, that is 4. Okay, let me explain. Sir, we have 2 digit it could be 0, 0, it could be 0, 1, it could be 1, 0, it could be 1, 1. How many total possibilities? 4 possibilities or 4 combinations could be there. ठीक है sir? Okay sir. Okay sir. Is that okay to everyone? Sir. That means with 3-digit binary number. Sir, it is representing 3-digit binary number. Then how many such binary possibilities are there? Sir, for this we could have 2 possibilities. For this we could have 2 possibilities. And for this we could have 2 possibilities. That means, sir, 2 to the power 3 possible outcomes could be there. Okay. Done, sir. Sir, what is 1 digit? 1 digit in a binary number system is called as a bit. Sir, in binary number system, every digit is called as a bit. Every digit is called as a bit. Okay. So now, sir, let us suppose we have 8-bit binary number. We have 8-bit binary number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8. That means, sir, we have 8-digit binary number. What are total possible values that can be formed? Sir, for this we could have 2 possibilities. That means either it could be 0 or 1. 2 possibilities, 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 and all of them are independent. What do you mean by independent? If a 0 comes here, then sir, whatever, it could be 0 or 1 here. That means the occurrence of 0 or 1 is independent of this or this. That means every bit can be 0 or 1. That is why overall the total possibilities will be 2 to the power 8. So if we have 8-bit, what are the total possible values that can be formed? Sir, 2 to the power 8. Now try to understand. Sir, 8-bit in a computer, 8-bit is also called as 1 byte. 8-bit is also called as 1 byte. I hope bits and bytes must be clear to each and everyone who is watching this video. Bit, digit. Bit is as same as digit. In decimal number system, we used to call it as a digit. In binary number system, 1 digit is called as a bit. A bit can hold either 0 or 1. That means for every bit, there are 2 possibilities. And a combination or a sequence of 8 bits is called as 1 byte. We will use these terms more frequently. That is why it must be there that you should have clear concept about bit and bytes. Okay, sir, done. Perfectly done. That means, sir, if we have a n-bit binary number, what are different possibilities? Sir, 2 to the power n possible combination could be there. Okay. Now try to understand. Let us suppose I am saying you have 10 values. You are allowed to have, 10 values. I can give you 10 values. And you need to distribute those 10 values or 10 numbers among 10 students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, sir. Sir, overall you have 10 values. Let us suppose if these are your student and you are allowed to provide roll number to every student. If you start the counting from 0, what is the roll number of this one? I hope 9. Because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. But on the other hand, if you have started the counting from 1, then what is the last roll number you will allocate? Sir, 10. Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Try to understand what I am saying. What I am saying. Sir, if I have 100 values, then, sir, if you start counting from 0, then it goes till 99. But if you start the counting from 1, it goes till 100. If you start the counting from 2, it will go till 101. If you have 100 numbers, and you are saying that 0 is assigned to first number, or if you are starting the counting from 0, then the last one is 1 less than the total possibilities. Try to understand, take your time and try to understand what I am trying to convey. Please try to understand what I am trying to convey. Okay, sir. That means, sir, let us suppose I have a 8-bit binary number. In 8 bits, how many values can be created? How many values, total possible values, or, sir, 2 to the power 8. What is 2 to the power 8? Sir, 2 to the power 8 is 256. That means I am saying 256 possible values can be formed using 8-bit. But if I start the counting from 0, then sir, if you mention what is the range, then what is the last number? Sir, 0 to 255. How many are they? These are 256 number. Okay. Sir, if I have a 2-bit binary number, how many possibilities are there? Sir, 2 to the power 4, that means 4. Okay. What are these? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Sir, total 4 values are there. If I allocate this, if I am saying that this is 0, this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3, sir, we started the counting from 0 and it goes till 4 minus 1. This is what I need to convey. Sir, overall possible values are 4, but if I start the counting from 0, it goes till 4 minus 1. Try to understand. Okay, sir, we get the concept. That means if I have a 8-bit number, sir, what are the total possible values? 2 to the power 8 values are there. Sir, what is the range? 0 to, what is this value? 2 to the power 8 minus 1. That means 0 to 255. Okay. This is how we are talking about unsigned short. Whatever I have discussed, this is nothing but unsigned short I. Sir, if I say that a short is of 2 bytes, if I'll say that a short is of 2 bytes, what is the meaning of unsigned? Sir, only positive numbers are allowed. That means 0 to something. Okay, sir. Sir, if it is of 2 bytes, that means how many bits? 16 bits. Sir, with 16 bits, how many total possible values can be formed? 2 to the power 16. How much is this? Sir, 65536 values can be there. But, since positive, that means if I start the counting from 0, then it goes till 65535. So, if someone asks you that what is the range of values? What is the range of values for a short integer? Unsigned. For an unsigned short integer. Sir, if short is of 2 bytes, then the possible values that can go inside some variable I is from 0 to 65535. That means, sir, if you declare a variable like this, unsigned short I, there is a memory location and the name of this is I. If I ask you what is the value that can go inside I, is it possible to store 65537 inside here? No, sir. No, sir. Within this box, only this range of value can be stored. We cannot store any value which is less than 0 or which is greater than 65535 inside this box or inside this variable. Please note it down carefully. Please note it down carefully. I hope things must be clear now. Let's move ahead.